December attempt, just take it as example. In December attempt, you have cleared CS final. Obviously, you are not going to clear in December, this December. Maybe in next June or next December, you are going to clear. If you are eligible to write in June, you may clear in June. Otherwise, in December, you can clear. You use one of the building for your profession. Right? Can be done, right? You or your father or your parents or anyone may be having two houses. You can use one house for your profession and another one for residential purpose. One may be given on rent. You can use that rented house for your profession. Now tell me, when you use the building, be it your or your father, which has brought into the profession, what is the value you use it for claiming depreciation? What is the value you use it for claiming depreciation? I did not get. What is the value you use it for claiming depreciation of the building? Now the question arises. Ten in general. What is it? 10 in general? No. Rate, I'm not talking about the rate. I'm talking about the value. Value on which you apply rate. I'm talking about that value.
So is it the fair market value?
Fair market value. Assume your father or any you only purchase your father, whoever it is. Okay, purchased 4 years back at 1 crore. Just taking an example. 4 years back, they have purchased it for you or your father. Anyone has purchased it for 1 crore, and now you are using it for your profession. What is the value to be adopted for claiming depreciation of the building used for the profession which has been bought in by you for your profession? What is the value to be adopted? The question arises. Assume that it is the building of your father. Now you are using. Okay. To calculate depreciation, what are all the conditions to be used? depreciation, to calculate depreciation, three conditions I told. Now, what are those?
The assessee must be the owner of the
Owner.
asset.
In this case, are you owner? If the building belongs to your father, are you owner?
No, sir.
No. Then you cannot claim depreciation. Okay? That part gone. Assume that you are the owner of the property. You have purchased 4 years back. You have two houses. One you had given for rent. After qualifying, you requested the tenant to vacate the building so that you can start practicing. Now you are the owner. Now you have bought that asset into business to run the profession. What is the value will be adopted by you to calculate or claim depreciation? Why? Because depreciation is mandatory, I told. You have to claim it. When you are using the building, you have to claim the depreciation. Okay? The value will be whatever the value at which you have purchased minus notional depreciation applicable. That means 10% rate you have to apply on this on WDV method for 4 years. Whatever the WDV you get, that will be the value. You have to record it in your books as the value of building on which you have to calculate depreciation. That is called as actual cost. What is the actual cost in case of the asset bought in by the assessee for business purpose? This one. Building like this. Building, what you have to do? Calculate the notional depreciation, arrive at the value as on the date on which you start your profession or business. That value will be the value for the purpose of calculating depreciation in your profession. Okay, this is about building. Assume that car. You have a car. You were using it for your personal purpose. Now, after getting qualified, you use that car for your official purpose only, no personal purpose. It is for your official purpose. Now, what is the value of car? You have to take into consideration for claiming depreciation. Other than building, remember, other than building, any other asset which has been used, which was using for the other than profession or business purpose, has bought into the business, the fair market value FMV on the date of starting of the business or on the date when the asset is bought into the business, that value can be adopted. Okay, either the original cost or fair market value, whatever the value which is high, you can adopt that value for the purpose of claiming depreciation in your profession. These are all the things given in this explanation to the actual cost. I will go to one or two whatever I have discussed. See, here not given clearly. gift or inheritance. Okay, if you get the asset. This one. Building previously the property of the assessee. Building previously it was your property. Now you bought into the profession. You guys can see. Can you see now? Where a building which was previously the property of the assessee is bought into use for the purpose of the business or profession, its actual cost to the assessee shall be the actual cost of the building to the assessee as reduced by the amount equal to the depreciation, that is notional depreciation, calculated at the rate in force on that date that would have been allowable had the building been used for the purpose of business or profession. Explanation 5. That means earlier it was your property, you were not using it for business purpose. You bought that building for your business. What is the actual cost to be considered for calculating depreciation in your business will be the purchase price at the time of purchase, whatever you have paid, minus notional depreciation on the assumption that had that building been used in the business, how much depreciation would have been allowed. Okay, that's the one. This one, a car purchased by Dr. Soman on 10/9/2019 for rupees 5,25,000 for personal use is bought into the professional use. Car the example I gave, no? Car purchase 5,25,000 professional use by him when its market value was 2,50,000. Compute the actual cost of the car. Actual cost would mean the actual cost to the assessee. The purchase price is 5,25,000 is therefore actual cost of the car to the Soman. Market value on the date when the asset is bought into the professional use is not relevant. Why? Because it is lesser than this. Hence, I will take it as actual cost. Understanding? Are you guys understanding now what is actual cost means?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please go through that. Okay, in this, let me be very frank. I will show you which is most confusing. You get the problems on this actual cost calculation only. You get problem. Once you get the actual cost, you need to calculate the depreciation. No, on that they will ask the depreciation. Reacquisition. Second hand asset is all okay. Reacquisition is the one thing you need to. Reacquisition means what?
So taking something back after it has been taken away or lost.
You had one asset. Okay, which you had purchased. After purchase, you sold or transferred to another person. After transferring, you again reacquire from the same person, same asset. Are you guys getting the transaction? How it is happening? You have one asset. You have purchased this asset. You sold this asset or transferred to another person. After transferring, after few days, again you will reacquire from him. You should appreciate the mechanism, how they devise these transactions. Okay, just assume one furniture. I will take simple example, furniture. The cost of the furniture is 1 lakh. After using 1 year, the value WDV is 90,000. Assume you transfer to another person the same furniture for 2 lakhs. Are you understanding? You purchase the furniture for rupees 1 lakh. You use it for 1 year. You transfer to your relative or any friend who are very close, who need a furniture, and he is having high profit. You transfer it to 2 lakhs. Now tell me, if you transfer it to 2 lakhs, but you receive only 90,000 only, but invoice will be generated at 2 lakhs. Tell me, will he take 2 lakhs as his cost of acquisition? This is, I'm just taking U means A, you transfer to M. Oh, M. I will take it as X. You transfer to X for rupees 2 lakhs. Will X take it as 2 lakhs as the purchase price of this furniture in his books? Yes or no?
Yes, provided it is the fair market value.
No fair market value. Invoice is generated at 2 lakhs. Transaction price. He will take it at 2 lakh. He will claim depreciation on this 2 lakhs, right? Assume that 10% depreciation, it comes to 20,000. Had the asset transferred at WDV, he would have claimed only 9,000. But here it is claiming 20,000. That means excess 11,000 is claiming on this value. To that extent, profit has come down of X. When the profit comes down, naturally tax will also be less. Are you guys understanding the logic? How people will devise these kind of transactions? Are you able to follow what I am telling? After few days, again he transfers again to for rupees 2,50,000. He can sell at any price. There is no restriction to sale. You can sell your items at any price. Nobody will ask, right? That is your wish. If the buyer is willing to buy at that price, you can sell. Will you go to any shop? You will bargain to your price, or you will pay his price only.
We will bargain, sir.
How much you bargain? If he says 1 lakh, if you want to pay only 10,000, will you bargain till 10,000?
No, sir.
No. Ultimately, you will agree to his price only. 5,000 rupees maybe bargain, 95,000 he will give. The mechanism you need to understand here. Again, it comes back at 2,50,000. Had he retained the same furniture, he would have claiming the depreciation at 90,000. Since he has transferred and reacquired at the higher price, now he is eligible to claim depreciation on 2,50,000. No? Yes or no? Yes. That means this is the evasion. There is something fishy in these transactions, right?
Yes, sir.
To curb these kind of transactions, the government, I mean to say income tax, has Income Tax Act, we call it as CBDT, has devised or framed certain provisions. Okay, what is the provision is? What is the WDV at the time of transfer from A to X, or reacquisition price? Whichever is less will be taken as the value of the asset in the books of the person or the assessee. WDV at the time of purchase was how much? 90,000. What is the reacquisition price?
2,50,000.
Whichever is less, which is the least one?
90,000.
Again, he will calculate the depreciation on 90,000. Is there any advantage for A now? Is there any advantage for A by paying 2,50,000 now? Since he has to calculate depreciation on 90 only, if he pays 2,50,000, is there any advantage for benefit for A now?
No.
No. Hence, will A transfer, reacquire?
No, sir.
No, because there is no benefit is going to pass on to him. Then all these kind of transaction has eliminated, no? Otherwise, what would have happened? He would have claimed depreciation at higher rate, again transfer 2 days to him, again he claims at higher rate, higher value, again he transferred to him, 2,50,000 comes to 5 lakhs. Like they keep doing these kind of transaction again and again, no?
Yes, sir.
For that very reason, they have introduced all these kinds of provisions. Okay, please go through all these things. See. Reacquisition of asset, where any asset which had once belonged to the assessee. Once belonged to the assessee means this one. It was belonged to the assessee, right? This asset. Please answer me. and had been used by him for the purposes of his business or profession, and thereafter ceased to be his property by reason of transfer or otherwise. Ceased to be property means he transferred to X. Then this asset is ceased to be the asset of A. Now the asset becomes to X, or otherwise is reacquired by him. Reacquired, this one. Reacquired by him. The actual cost of the assessee shall be how much value to be taken. A, actual cost. Actual cost means 1 lakh minus 10% depreciation, that is 90,000. Actual cost 1 lakh. When he first acquired the asset, 1 lakh minus depreciation allowable 10,000, 10%, 1 lakh minus 10,000, 90,000 to the assessee as if the asset was the only asset in the relevant block of the asset. 1 lakh minus 10,000, 90,000, 90,000 or the actual price for which the asset is reacquired. Actual price paid for the reacquired 2,50,000. Whichever is less. Out of these two, whichever is less. Which is the least? 90,000 has to be taken as the value of the asset when you do these kind of transactions. Purchase, sale, reacquire. You will get the problem like this. Please be careful. Are you guys understanding?
Yes.
Since it is your descriptive paper, I am stressing all these things. For the old scheme, they will ask the provision in the new in the MCQ. I mean, they give the 4 option. The which option you need to tick? The option should be actual cost minus depreciation. That means WDV at the time of transfer or reacquisition price, whichever is less. That option you need to tick. For the new scheme, they frame the question. You have to calculate the depreciation once for him, and another one you have to calculate the depreciation for A again. That means 3 depreciation you need to calculate. It will not be like this. I mean to say, so much complications will not be there. Just they give the one item, they tell the transfer, again they reacquired. It can be happen over a period of time. It need not be in the same financial year. It can happen in any number of years. Okay, to curb these kind of practice, they have introduced these kind of provisions. I just explained one. Like that, there are so many. There are so many things. That's the reason why I'm leaving you guys to go through all these explanations given. See, I don't think they have given in your syllabus, in your what do you call? In your study material. Oh, is a reacquisition. It is given, no? Given. If you get any asset as on gift, on inheritance, what would be the WDV for the previous owner? That becomes a cost for you. How to get WDV? As if that person is also doing the business. Cost minus depreciation is nothing but WDV. Okay, guys. Any doubt?
Sir, for example, 90,000 is the value when they transferred it. After 2 years, if you transferred, then also 90,000 is taken, or for the 2 years also the depreciation is to be done?
See, WDV at the time of transfer, 90,000.
Okay, sir.
Or reacquisition price,
That's all.
2,50,000.
Right.
Whichever is less, that will be taken as value of the asset.
irrespective of the period used by the transfer.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
WDV at the time of transfer.
Right, sir.
It's very clearly given.
Right.
Understood, guys?
So we have to apply 10% depreciation on this.
No. Depending on the asset. In my case, I take 10%. Had it been computer, 40%.
Yes, sir.
That depreciation rate, I am not conflicting. I am only getting the how much value to be adopted. We are discussing that. I am not at all discuss the rate. Since it is furniture, where is that? Where I wrote that one? Have I closed that? I wrote no this where I wrote. I think it is below. Here I use furniture. Hence I have taken 10%. Had it been building, I would have taken 10% only. That also. If it is plant, 15%. Depending on the asset. It need not be 10%. It could be any percentage. What is relevant here? WDV at the time of transfer. In this case, 90,000. How much value you have paid for reacquiring? 2,50,000. Whichever is less, that should be adopted as the actual cost for calculating depreciation going forward after you reacquire. Okay? See, still we haven't started the additional depreciation concept. There is still depreciation is there. Another one class I may take another one class for depreciation. After that, there is a depreciation for power sector. I think we may complete in the next class depreciation. Are you guys understanding? Going
Yes.
above your head? Are you guys able to appreciate the framing of the law? See, I will be telling the background also so that it becomes easy for you to apply. Why they have bought all these kind of provisions. Okay? Otherwise, what would have happened? You have purchased some asset, you transfer to me, I will use it for 1 or 2 days, again I will transfer it to you at higher price, you claim depreciation on higher price, you reduce your profit, you pay lesser tax, again you transfer to me at a higher price, I will claim depreciation at the higher value, I will get lesser profit, I will pay less tax, again I will transfer to you at higher price. It will be keep on going, no? It can be like this only. Then what happens if everybody does the same thing? Government, Pangnama, no money for development, nothing, no salary to government officials. What happens if everyone does the same thing? To control all these kind of transactions, it is not that easy to track. If you see practically, it is not that easy to track. How, sir? You transfer to me. I will transfer to another person. That person transfer to another person. You purchase from another person. You purchase the same asset from the last person. It is not that easy to track. They will change some description of the asset or the asset whatever it is. They can change. It is not that easy. Still, there should be some mechanism to control. Practically, it's little difficult. Okay, guys, understood? Any doubt? See, they have given the example also. Okay, you go through this example. I would request you guys read all these things. Please understand. Put some names of your whatever the name you feel comfortable. Please put that name. Do the transaction. Write the transaction. What is happening between them? What the provision is telling. Write that along with the transactions. Then write the crux of the provision in one line. That one line you should keep it in mind. Okay. Shall we close?
Yes, sir.
Good. I hope that no confusion, no questions. If there is any, please ask me. Otherwise, we can close. Any question? Anjali, Bhuvaneshwari, Ganga, Jayashri, Kirtana, Malini, Pooja,
No, sir.
Priyanka, Richa, Sanjay, Shantmurti.